I'll tell you why we're here a little later on. First, though, you might remember last week we told you the story of how vulnerable and elderly people were being ripped off by an overseas mail-order firm. We heard about one confused pensioner swamped by scam mail.
We tried to stop my mum from responding and sending cash, but it's almost like they've got a hold over them.
Letters that told her she was a guaranteed lottery winner. She spent thousands trying to claim them, all to no avail. Now, they were using what's known in the industry as a suckers list to help target their victims. There are dozens of these lists knocking about, and they're huge business for unscrupulous firms. But how easy is it to get hold of one? First, what's it like to be on a suckers list? Every day, 82-year-old Gerry from Tame in Oxfordshire is inundated with letters claiming he's won thousands. All he's got to do is buy something or send off some money to claim his prize. Gerry, tell me that's not a pile of posts for the lottery. All that lot there.
Yeah.
Urgent, open immediately.
Yeah.
And look at that one. They don't even bother putting Mr. It's just Penn.
Yeah,
What's your surname?
Yeah.
Penn, give us your cash. Official confirmation, remittance of a cheque in there.
I mean, in that load of letters there, if it was added up, would be millions.
Is that a day's worth? Is that a week's worth?
I would say 3 days there.
How did it all start?
I mean, all right, I was gullible in the first place.
So you sent away then because you thought you'd won some money?
It was 9,000.
So you sent away?
Yeah.
And then slowly you get reeled in?
I think they bully you into it. Each time I got an answer, it was asking for more money, and in the end I realised it was a scam. But I was sucked in, so I've got to admit it, haven't I?
Gerry's name and address, together with dozens of others, are on this CD. Now, the full list contains 300,000 names of British people who respond well to lottery mail shots. The average spend £100 each. Now, think about it. Even if just 10% of people respond, you're sat on £3 million. This is the man who gave us that CD. He's a UK list broker. His company legitimately trades names and addresses that financial services and respectable mail order companies can use to sell their products. But it's the dark side of what is now a global industry that makes him angry. He didn't want to be identified for fear of reprisals. These are people's names and addresses. This should have been hard to get hold of.
Well, you'd think it would be very hard to get hold of, but it was a relatively easy process. The people that supplied this list had no regard for Data Protection Act, and they had no respect whatsoever for the names and addresses on that list. They didn't even bother to encrypt the data when they sent it to me, which meant that anybody could have intercepted it and used it for identity theft or some other macabre use.
And all of these people are known to have entered lotteries chasing that big cash dream.
Yes, they've more than responded, because the list is actually made up of individuals that have actually paid money to enter these lotteries, and they are easy prey for other companies that want to use the names and addresses to make their also incredible offers that turn out to be just a ruse to make money.
How does this practice make you feel? Because from a reputable direct mailing point of view, this is giving you lot a bad name.
Unfortunately it is. That's why I wanted to get involved and to uncover this sharp practice. I mean, this could be somebody's grandmother that we're talking about. It could be my grandmother, and they band it around for anybody just to try and fleece her out of her hard-earned pension.
And one sniff of the cash and they're like vultures around the carcass, aren't they?
They certainly are. If they can do it once, they'll come back again and again and again, as well as trade the name with other companies that are also looking for suckers.
So your name then obviously is on this list, doing the rounds, saying, look, if you write to Gerry, he might give you a few quid.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you think of that?
No, I don't think it's fair. You know, I mean, there's a lot of old people that can be led astray by this sort of thing.
So in the business, your name on the list, you're on a suckers list. It's called a suckers list.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, well, you know, it's, I'm just a sucker.
Our contact received his list via email from a broker in Canada. We decided to contact 25 of the names, all in the UK, to build up a picture of the sort of person that these unscrupulous companies consider a sucker. We wrote to everyone on our list. A third of them responded. And the shocking thing is, all of them, bar one, were victims. They were all pensioners. All of them had been approached by the scam mailers. And all of them, except one, believed that they'd won a huge amount of money. The trouble is, they hadn't. So why can't it be stopped?
Well, I think the problem is here is that these companies operate from abroad. These guys are outside of the laws of the UK.
How much is this worth?
To somebody that's actually wanting to contact a bunch of suckers and screw them out of their money, it's worth a fortune. And I just think it's despicable the way that people carry on fleecing people out of their money just because they are vulnerable, they're old, and that's what really sticks in my craw, is that these guys are just in it for a quick buck. They don't care about the professional way that we conduct business here in the UK.
Meanwhile, Gerry has lost his life savings and is now overdrawn. But rather than dwell on his troubles, he's trying to raise money to help his local day centre, which is under threat of closure. Why does it mean so much to you then, the day centre?
Well, I tell everybody it saved my life. When I lost everybody, my son and my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and my best mate I used to work with, all within a year, I wouldn't be here now if I hadn't been for the day centre. Definitely not.
So now you're trying to raise money to keep the day centre going?
Yes.
So have you stopped replying now?
I stopped, yeah. This is where it lands up now and in here.
This is where it all goes. No wonder we're running out of trees, Gerry. If you're thinking of what to get Gerry for Christmas, either a shredder or a hamster. Yeah? Your Christmas present, shredder or a hamster?
Yeah.
Of course there are legitimate lotteries out there, but the trouble is there are now so many scam ones as well. The simple thing I want you to do is rip it up and put it in the bin, because it's a load of rubbish. And they're just trying to get your money. Well, email's the same. Just don't reply. Don't reply to emails. Never give anyone your bank details. But if you get a lottery through your door, which promises you the world, promises you boats and holidays and cash, what do? Tear it up.